Bruce Lee was born as Lee Jun-fan on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, California, while his parents were on a tour with a Chinese opera troupe. His father, Lee Hoi-chen, was a renowned Cantonese opera singer and film actor. His mother, Grace Ho, came from a wealthy and influential Hong Kong family. Bruce Lee spent his early years in Hong Kong, where he was raised in a prosperous and privileged environment. He was a mischievous and energetic child who often got into street fights. At the age of 13, Bruce Lee began learning martial arts, initially studying Wing Chun Kung Fu under the tutelage of Yip Man, a renowned master. His involvement in martial arts was partly due to his frequent street fights and the desire to improve his fighting skills. In 1959, at the age of 18, Bruce Lee moved back to the United States, specifically to Seattle, Washington, to complete his high school education. During his time in the U.S., he attended the University of Washington, where he majored in drama and philosophy. It was in Seattle that he began teaching martial arts and developed his own martial philosophy. In 1964, Bruce Lee married Linda Emery, a fellow student at the University of Washington. The couple had 2 children, Brandon Lee and Shannon Lee. Early career is Bruce Lee started teaching martial arts to a diverse group of students, breaking racial barriers at the time. He developed a reputation as an exceptional martial artist and teacher. Bruce Lee's innovative teaching methods and philosophy laid the foundation for his martial arts legacy. Bruce Lee's early life was marked by a combination of privilege and challenges. His introduction to martial arts at a young age shaped his destiny and set the stage for his future accomplishments. It was during his early years in the United States that he began to build a following and lay the groundwork for his iconic career in martial arts and entertainment. Early movie roles. Bruce Lee made his acting debut as a child actor in Hong Kong cinema. He appeared in several Cantonese-language films during his childhood and teenage years. His first notable adult role came in the film The Big Boss, 1971, also known as Fists of Fury, where he played the lead character Ching Chowan. This movie marked the beginning of Bruce Lee's ascent to stardom in the martial arts film genre. Breakthrough with The Big Boss, Fists of Fury. The Big Boss was a massive success in Hong Kong, breaking box office records and making Bruce Lee an overnight sensation. The film showcased his incredible martial arts skills, charisma, and intensity. It established him as a martial arts movie icon and a symbol of Chinese pride in cinema. Fist of Fury, 1972. Following the success of The Big Boss, Bruce Lee starred in Fist of Fury, another highly successful martial arts film. He played the role of Chen Zhen, a character that became one of his most iconic. The film further solidified his status as a martial arts superstar. Way of the Dragon, 1972, Bruce Lee wrote, directed, and starred in Way of the Dragon, also known as Return of the Dragon. The film is famous for the epic fight scene between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris in the Colosseum in Rome. It showcased his skills as a filmmaker and his ability to bring martial arts to an international audience. Hollywood breakthrough with Enter the Dragon, 1973. Enter the Dragon was Bruce Lee's first major Hollywood production and remains one of his most iconic films. He played the role of a martial artist named Lee, who is recruited by British intelligence to infiltrate a criminal organization. The film was a commercial success and introduced Bruce Lee to a global audience. Bruce Lee was working on several projects at the time of his untimely death in 1973. Among them was Game of Death, which he had started filming but was unable to complete. After his death, the film was posthumously completed using body doubles and released in 1978. Bruce Lee's movie career was relatively brief, spanning just a few years, but it had a profound and lasting impact on martial arts cinema and popular culture. His martial arts prowess, charisma, and philosophy revolutionized the genre, and his legacy continues to influence filmmakers, martial artists, and fans worldwide. Bruce Lee's death is a topic that has generated much speculation and controversy over the years. Here are some details surrounding his untimely death. Date of death: Bruce Lee passed away on July 20, 1973, at the age of 32. He died in Hong Kong. Official cause of death: the official cause of Bruce Lee's death, as determined by the Hong Kong coroner, was a cerebral edema, which is the swelling of the brain. This condition was attributed to hypersensitivity to a medication he had taken. The day before his death, on July 19, 1973, Bruce Lee had been working at the Golden Harvest Studios in Hong Kong. He complained of a headache and took a prescription painkiller, Equagesic, which contained both aspirin and a muscle relaxant called meprobamate. Sudden collapse. Later that day, he collapsed at home while working on the film Game of Death. He was rushed to the hospital but could not be revived. Despite efforts to save him, he was pronounced dead. Controversy and speculation. Bruce Lee's death led to a great deal of speculation and conspiracy theories. Some theories suggested foul play, poisoning, or an adverse reaction to medication. These speculations were fueled by the mysterious circumstances surrounding his death and his status as a global icon. Official autopsy. An autopsy was conducted, which confirmed the cause of death as a cerebral edema. It was determined that the swelling of the brain was likely due to a reaction to the meprobamate in the Equagesic. Family's grief. Bruce Lee's sudden and tragic death had a profound impact on his family, friends, and fans. It was a devastating loss for his wife, Linda Lee Cadwell, and their two children, Brandon and Shannon Lee. Legacy. Bruce Lee's legacy as a martial artist, actor, and philosopher continued to grow after his death. His contributions to martial arts philosophy and his iconic films ensured that he would remain a lasting and influential figure in popular culture. Despite the enduring mystery and speculation surrounding Bruce Lee's death, the official cause remains a cerebral edema triggered by an adverse reaction to medication. His legacy and impact continue to inspire martial artists and fans around the world. Here are some more detailed incidents and aspects of Bruce Lee's life. Lee's first martial arts teacher. Bruce Lee's initial martial arts instructor in Hong Kong was Yip Man, a legendary figure in the world of Wing Chun Kung Fu. Yip Man was instrumental in shaping Lee's early martial arts foundation. Philosophical inspiration. Bruce Lee's martial arts philosophy was influenced by various sources, including his study of philosophy at the University of Washington. He was particularly inspired by the Taoist concept of Wu Wei, which emphasizes spontaneous action and non-interference. Adaptation of philosophy in life. Bruce Lee didn't limit his martial philosophy to the gym. He applied his principles to everyday life. Advocating for adaptability in the rejection of rigid, traditional thinking. Bruce Lee vs. Wong Jack Man, In a famous private martial arts match in 1964, Bruce Lee faced off against Wong Jack Man, a challenge initiated due to philosophical and stylistic differences. Lee won the fight and subsequently re-evaluated his approach to martial arts. Mentorship of Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, a martial artist and actor, had a close friendship with Bruce Lee. Lee cast Norris as his opponent in Way of the Dragon, and they became lifelong friends. Their famous showdown in the Colosseum remains one of the most iconic fight scenes in cinema. Role in The Green Hornet. Bruce Lee's role as Kato in the TV series The Green Hornet, 1966 to 1967, was groundbreaking. He was the first Asian actor to play a major, non-stereotypical role on American television, paving the way for future generations of Asian actors. Mentorship of young talent. Bruce Lee actively mentored and trained young martial artists and actors. One of his notable students was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the NBA legend who appeared in Game of Death. Controversies in Hong Kong. Bruce Lee faced criticism from traditional martial artists in Hong Kong, who were often dismissive of his innovative approach to martial arts. However, his films and philosophy eventually won over even his harshest critics. Bruce Lee's philosophy of no limitation. One of his famous quotes is, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own." This encapsulates his philosophy of adaptability and the rejection of limitations. Posthumous fame. Bruce Lee's popularity skyrocketed after his death. He became an international cultural icon, and his movies gained a cult following. His influence extended beyond martial arts, inspiring various forms of popular culture, including music, fashion, and art. These additional details shed light on Bruce Lee's life, character, and impact. He was not just a martial artist and actor. He was a complex and influential figure whose legacy continues to thrive in the world of martial arts and beyond.